Hello and welcome to Guinness World Records. I'm Ian Wright, and do we have a show for you tonight? We got staff the world over on the lookout for people, genuine people who want to break unbelievable records. Here's a taste of what's coming up.
And we find a man who could really use a manicure.
We've got some awesome stuff on the show tonight, and the woman who tracked all these people down is with me, Kate Charman.
Thanks, Ian. Well, you won't believe what I found for you tonight.
We'll link up with 300 formation skydivers as they clutch at a new world record. And we meet the man who travels at 150 miles per hour on his own 2 feet.
Now, if you have a thing about snakes, look away now. You're about to meet the biggest snake in the world, with the world's most inappropriate name. Her name is Baby, and it takes 9 people just to pick her up. She's an astonishing 27 feet long, and at what could loosely be described as a waist, 28 inches around. And the scariest thing is that when we filmed her, Baby was in her 6-month hibernation period when she doesn't eat at all. When she comes out of it, she'll add 30 to 50 pounds to her weight and 4 inches to her girth. A Burmese python native to Asia, Baby is the biggest draw at a reptile park in America. Her owner, Lou Godano, got her when she was a young lass of just 14 feet.
Baby is 21 years old. A normal lifespan of a Burmese python is right around 20 years old, so she's an old girl.
Pythons kill by constricting around an animal and suffocating them. Their table manners are revolting. They unhinge their jaw and forcibly swallow their entire meal whole. It takes them more than a week to digest their one-gulp meals. Baby only eats for 6 months of the year. But when she does so with gusto.
She'll eat 5 to 6 10-pound chickens every 2 to 3 weeks.
Pythons can be vicious, but Lou thinks diet is what makes Baby so docile.
I feed Baby dead chickens only now. If a big constrictor like that doesn't have to go through the killing process, it keeps their aggression down. And that's another reason why she is so gentle.
A couple of weeks ago, we met a woman with the longest fingernails in the world. I thought that was a record that would never be beaten. I was wrong. Have a look at the bloke that Mark Thompson's found.
I'm here with Sridhar Chillal, and I know what you all want to see. Sridhar, please show us what's in the bag. Oh my. This is Sunil Narkar. He'll be translating for us. Sridhar doesn't speak any English. The first question is why?
तुम्ही काय हे केलं म्हणजे काय कारण आहे त्याच्यामध्ये
काहीतरी जगा वेगळं करायचं होतं आणि ज्या लहानपणी चॅलेंज म्हणून वाढवायला सुरुवात केली.
He just wanted to be a different person than an ordinary man, so that, and it was a challenge somebody gave him.
I'm looking at your fingernails and this is remarkable. How long have these nails been growing?
तुम्ही किती वर्ष ही नखं वाढवताय?
1952 पासून कापली नाहीत, म्हणजे आज जवळजवळ 46 वर्ष झाली.
Since 1952, he has been growing those for the last 46 years.
Wow. You know what? We've all got 1,000 questions about what life is like for the man with the world's longest fingernails, so our cameras followed Sridhar after his arrival from India. The man with the world's longest fingernails, Sridhar Chillal, draws attention.
You would like to take some pictures on...
Passing through our customs inspection, he's asked the question he's been asked a million times before.
So what's in the bag?
Sridhar Chillal gingerly removes the protective bag, revealing his most prized possession.
If I broke a nail, it would be such a great shock for me. I would probably have a heart attack.
So how does the man who's been growing his fingernails for more than 4 decades get around? To begin with, his wife never leaves his side.
I knew if I married him, I would have to help him all the time, and I accepted that.
Sridhar knows he's lucky to have a wife at all.
People hated me because of my long nails, and then it was time to get married. Nobody wanted to marry me. I spent almost 7 years looking for the right girl.
The long journey from rural India demands rest, but unfortunately sleep for Sridhar is a waking nightmare. Because of the tremendous weight of his nails, he has to carefully change position every 30 minutes, or his muscles will begin to ache with pain.
For the last 35 years, I've never had a sound sleep because I'm always having to change position.
I have to be very careful when I'm in bed to see where his hand is, so I don't break a nail. I don't get much sleep either.
Sridhar's everyday routine presents a myriad of problems, from brushing his teeth, to shaving, to getting dressed. But the most tedious part of his routine is the daily cleaning of his nails. First, they are rinsed and scrubbed with warm water. Then they are hung to dry. Sridhar blows on them to hasten the process. Next, they are laid on a table and carefully rubbed with boric acid to prevent mold from growing on them. Everything is done with his right hand and with the help of his wife. Sridhar requires custom-made jackets which allow his fingernails to pass through a wide sleeve that has a zipper sewn into the side. But the man with the longest fingernails is anxious to see Los Angeles, and it's time to become a tourist.
When I go out, I have to have my wife on my left side because if somebody pushes me, my nails would chip, and that worries me.
Enjoying a casual lunch with his nails masked in a bag, you'd never know that this man is in constant discomfort, a direct result of the long nails.
It is very painful. There is constant pain in my 5 fingers, in my head, in my hand and wrist, in my elbow and shoulder, and on the other side. Because my 5 fingers are turned this way. They're never straight. They're permanently deformed. In India, if your name goes into the Guinness Book, you are a very famous person. And then when I was on TV in India in 1990, I became even more famous.
Now Sridhar will undoubtedly become even more of a celebrity. It's been a while since Sridhar's nails were measured, so prior to the show, our Guinness judges re-measured each of your fingernails, and since there's no instruction manual for measuring something like this, we decided to use a thin string to give us an accurate measurement, or at least as accurate as possible. Considering the coils and the curves we have to contend with, the strings seem to be the perfect solution to this problem. It can be delicately applied, and our worst nightmare was to cause a nail to chip, to break, or to crack. Once each fingernail was measured, we carefully measured the string with a ruler. Here's the official Guinness measurement. The thumb alone is 56 inches long. The index finger is 43 inches. The middle finger, 46¼ inches. The ring finger, 49½ inches. And the pinky is 47½ inches. The combined length, Sridhar, is 20 feet, 2¼ inches. Sridhar, congratulations. I'm sure you have many years of growth ahead of you. But before we go, you must do me a favor, all right? I'm sorry, please indulge me. This will be the world's worst sound of nails on a blackboard. I had to ask the man with the longest fingernails to give me one loud, long screech. Sridhar? Knock yourself out, Sridhar. Thanks again to Sridhar Chilal.
Oh, makes me feel itchy, man. Oh, So while I scratch myself with the world's most normal fingernails, we'll take a break. When we come back, you'll get to see some amazing people like these.
When we return, will this man with nerves of steel break a speed record in titanium boots? And we'll drop in on 300 skydivers to see if they can stick together long enough to make it into the book.